A former Louisville police officer involved in the deadly 2020 raid that killed Breonna Taylor has been sentenced to nearly 3 years in prison. The decision came after a federal judge rejected a Justice Department recommendation for no prison time. There is more on the emotional courtroom moment and the community reaction.
Former officer Brett Hankison is headed to prison. A federal judge on Monday sentenced Hankison to 33 months behind bars for firing a 10 blind shots during the 2020 raid, bullets that didn't strike anyone but pierced walls and endangered lives. The Justice Department had asked for no prison time, suggesting supervised release instead. But Judge Jennings rejected that, saying the DOJ's recommendation treated Hankison's actions as inconsequential. 49-year-old Hankison won't report directly to prison. The Bureau of Prisons will decide when and where he will serve his sentence. Ms. Taylor, a 26-year-old EMT, was killed when officers returned fire after her boyfriend shot once, believing intruders had broken in. No drugs were found in her apartment.
We are grateful to Kristen Clark, Merrick Garland, and the Department of Justice who had the courage for the first time in the history to bring federal charges against a police officer for killing a black woman in America. And so we are grateful that he is at least going to prison.
Outside the courthouse, demonstrators echoed the same calls that filled the streets in 2020. Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, called the government's case a betrayal.
There was no prosecution in there for us. There was no prosecution in there for Breonna.
That part.
So I definitely, I'm grateful for the judge for giving some time, because we could have walked away with nothing according to what they recommended. So I'm just grateful for my friends and family for study showing up, and no matter how disappointing we seem to be, but we still here, and I'm just grateful that something happened today.
Hankison had previously been acquitted on state charges and faced a hung jury in a separate federal case. He is the only officer to face prison time in connection with the raid. 3 other officers accused of falsifying the warrants behind the deadly raid are still awaiting trial.